I'm not a fanatic when it comes to recycling. I mean, I do what I can and when I can, and I try to be good about it. Yet there's always one bit of the recycling program that's I've had a question about, that's bugged me a little. And now I've got an answer, and I'm going to talk about that today. Well, hello there, Old Man Kelley here. Jeff to my friends. So recycling. Is recycling really as good as people think it is or not? I've heard rumors over the years that the effort that goes into recycling, the energy and the manpowers and the cost outweighs the benefit of actually recycling. And I think that might have been true back in the early days of recycling, but as time goes on, they get more efficient at it and get better equipment, and I think it's good. And one part of recycling that's always bugged me is those little styrofoam things that come under meat and produce. You know these things? No one recycles those, or very little. My community doesn't, and I've been on Facebook and brought that up, and everybody says, no, we can't recycle those. We can't recycle those. And I'm like, why? It's plastic. Why can't all the other plastic you can recycle? And I'll tell you why. I found out why. I was listening to Science Friday with Ira Plato, and they had a recycling expert on there. And somebody asked that very question, why can't I recycle those? And she said, because they're almost nothing but air. You know, those things are so light, you can just toss them and they'll float down. I mean, it's because it's very little plastic, mostly air to make those. And so if you would fill up a truck with those and take them somewhere to be recycled, by the time they get recycled, they'd have so very little plastic. Not only financially would it not be worth it, but also, again, you would be going to the whole cost, the whole benefits harm thing. I mean, it would be more harmful to the environment to process that, to bring it in trucks, because, like I said, it's just weird. It's one of those things that you're better off environmentally just to throw into a landfill than try to process. And I thought that makes sense. Be better though, wouldn't it, if they could make them out of something biodegradable? Just saying. All right, what else do I got here? Commercials again. Yeah, I bitch a lot about commercials. I find commercials generally insulting to my intelligence. I always look at commercials like, God, they think I'm an idiot. They think we're all idiots. You know what commercial bugs me lately? Sorry about the shaky screen. My cat is rubbing up against the tripod there. Anyway, what commercial is bugging me right now? Those Bon Jovi cable commercials. I've never cared for Bon Jovi's music, and I don't want to see him every time I turn on the TV. But commercials for cable TV in general are horrible. You've seen the one where the family all wears the large pair of pants, and it's some sort of weird metaphor for a cable box that records like 12 shows at the same time, and I don't know, 200 hours of programming or something weird like that. And a lot of the commercials feature a family that's fighting over who gets to record what on the DVR. You know, I have trouble finding one thing to watch. And nowadays with on demand and Amazon and Netflix and cable stations that have marathons where they show the whole season in one day and stuff, do people really need a cable box that records like 8 shows at the same time? Do families really fight over who gets to record what when? I don't get it. Like I said, I can find very little to watch myself. So, of course, I'm an old man. I go back to the days where we had like 4 channels and everybody watched Happy Days because, well, it was only one of 3 programs to watch in the evening. Oh, well. So how you doing, huh? Last thing I want to talk about is my show, Coffee and Beer, that comes out every Saturday. What's that about, Jeff? Why are you doing that? You probably don't care, but I thought I'd just explain a little about why I do what I do. Everything I do, as far as the internet goes, is an exercise for myself. when I decided I wanted to do another video show, I had to have a reason for doing it. I wasn't just going to do something just for the hell of it. I thought what would be an interesting exercise is to limit myself to 90 seconds per segment, and to pick a subject and write something that I have to limit myself to how much I can talk. And I picked 90 seconds because it seemed like a good, quick amount. So what I did was I took one of my podcasts, the story part of my podcast, and I listened to it and cut it at 90 seconds. And then I figured out how many words that was, and I think the one I listened to was 277 words. And so I thought, okay, I'm not going to worry about time so much, I'm going to worry about words. So I said, okay, 280 words. I'm going to write 2 segments for every show and limit myself to 280 words. And it's more of a challenge than you might think, because I pick a subject, like tomorrow's show is going to be about collectibles, my thoughts about collectibles. And I think to myself all the things I would like to talk about. And I write these like a Tuesday and Wednesday. So Sunday, Monday, I'm thinking about it constantly. What do I want to say? What bugs me about collectibles? What's interesting about collectibles? I come up with all these ideas. Then I start writing. The next thing I know, I have 400 words written. Then I go through and start chopping it. Well, this sentence is not necessary. I can combine these 2 sentences into one. Here I'm sort of repeating myself. I don't need this. This is a whole section where I went off on a tangent that's really not to the point. And it's quite a challenge to pare it down to 280 words. Anyway, just thought I'd share that with you. I hope you watch Coffee and Beer, and you're invited to be part of it. This week I don't have too many submissions for the middle part. If you watch it, you'll see what I'm saying about what I'm saying, but I want people to be part of it and submit videos for a middle section. And anyway, this is Old Man Kelley rambling again, as us old people do. Talk to you next week. All right, bye.